are, as promised, with a balance class, balance and strength. We'll be working on some of these things. We do have one portion where we do our balancing stick. If you have a pool noodle or can get access to one, you can usually buy them at the dollar store. And I always just cut mine down. They're far too long. If you just cut it in half, I've used scissors to cut them before, or a knife if you prefer. You can use those for the balancing stick. We do this from seated. But if you do not have anything like that, or you happen to have something like an empty water bottle, you can also use that. We'll get started. We're going to start with our 1 minute of sit to stands. I got my handy dandy little timer here. Also put on some music that you really like. I'm not doing this with music right now. So put on some music in the background. It will help you a lot of times get moving more. So you get to choose your music today. All right, so I'll give you a moment. And are you ready? Sit to stands. So you want to make sure that you're standing all the way up. Now, if you're ever having a time that you feel unsteady, slow it down. Remember, it doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be safe. You have to be safe, and you want to be steady. As you're doing these, if it feels like you can move safely and faster, then you could start to speed it up, but sit all the way down and stand all the way up. We're about halfway through. If you're looking for a little bit more, you could reach the arms up. Only do that if you're feeling really steady. Remember, you only add on when you're feeling like you can safely add on. So keep checking in with your body. Got less than 10 seconds. Oh, so close to being done. All right, then we're gonna stay in our chair. You're gonna scoot a little forward. When I say that, I'm gonna turn just so you can see. I have my back away from the back of the chair. So now as we do these, we're gonna be doing opposite elbow to knee. Notice I'm leaning a little bit back and I'm trying to really engage the low belly. So I'm thinking of that low belly engaging as I squeeze in, pull that knee in. Opposite elbow to knee, squeeze that belly, squeeze that belly. You're trying to work on some core strengthening as you do this. So stay with that. We're doing this for about 15 more seconds. If it feels really easy, squeeze again through that belly. You have to keep engaging mindfully to get the benefit of the movement. Oh, we're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is where you're now going to use your balancing stick. So if you do have access to one of those noodles, you're going to use this here to balance on the right hand. I'm going to time us for 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and use the water bottle just to demo for if you don't have one of those noodles. So right now I have it balanced in like 3 fingers. For the water bottle, that's feeling pretty easy. I can try to move it to just 2 fingers balancing it. That's good. Ooh, it's starting to wobble. All right, and then I'm seeing if I can move it around a little while keeping it balanced. Now you're actually engaging some through your core as you're trying to keep this stable. Now we're going to switch hands. So go ahead and switch hands, whether you're using that pool noodle or the water bottle. Again, I started right now with 3 fingers under it. Now I've moved on to 2 fingers. If it ever feels too easy, whoa, I was going to try to move on to 1 finger. That wasn't as easy. Whoa. All right, oh, there you go. Oh. So have some fun with it. If it falls, right, then you get an extra reach down and grab it. And if you find that, say, 1 finger is too difficult, go back to 2 fingers. Go back to 3 fingers if you need to. Oh, I had it. All right, let's go ahead and come up to standing now. We're going to do our high knee marching. Make sure there are no obstacles around you so that as you do your high knee marching, you're not going to run into anything, you're not going to trip. You can also hold on to the back of your chair, so keep your chair close to you. If you don't need the chair, then you could do this without, all right? So I'm gonna do mine without the chair to start with. We're doing this for a full minute. Look at how high my knees are lifting. Lift, lift. And I'm still trying to engage some through the core as we're doing this. Now, if you're feeling unsteady, I like to have my hands a little bit wide on whatever I'm holding on to so I can still lift the knees up in between those hands, right? So you're still lifting. Even if you have to go slow, work on that lift, work on that hip strength, work on that opening. Again, if you're not having to hold on, you're getting that knee lift, and if you're feeling steady, you could speed it up. Got about 15 seconds left. So work at your level, but work at the highest quality that you can do today. 3, 2, 1. All right. From here, we're going to do move and freeze. So you're going to be moving. Maybe you're dancing to your music, and then I say freeze, and you freeze where you are. And go again. You're moving, moving, and freeze, and move. If you're feeling pretty balanced, you could try lifting those feet and freeze, move, 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 keep going, and freeze, move, and if you're not feeling steady, remember you're still holding on to that chair if you need to, and freeze, move, and freeze. All right, from here we're gonna go into our stepping. This is a forward step, side step, and back step. So again, make sure there's nothing around you. We start with one side at a time. So you'll start with that right side. Again, you can hold on if you need to something to steady you. You'll step forward, little bend in the knee. We'll step side, step it all the way back in, and you'll step back. When you step back, push your bottom back, and you could even lift those front toes up. Bring it back in. So it's forward, side, and back. Again, forward, side, and back. Again, forward, side, and back. Switch sides. Forward, side, and back. Again, forward, side, and back. Keep going with that. Forward, side, and back. One more time. Forward, side, and back. Good. All right. From here, kind of shake those legs out. Then we're going to do our squats. As we do our squats, we're going to count by threes up to, golly, we're going to count up to 90. Oh, that's a lot. All right, but we're counting by threes, so it's really not that bad. I want you to count with me. Think about vocalizing, projecting as you do this. This one I'm not even going to bother timing because we're doing this to 90 no matter what. Here we go. So you're doing your squat coming down and pulling in. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, 72, 75, 78, 81, 84, 87, and 90. Whoo, we did it. I was worried for a second about me. All right, from here, we're gonna do our tandem stance. One foot in front of the other. Again, You can be holding on more securely to the back of your chair if needed. I'm just showing you so you can see my feet here. We will time this one. Doesn't matter which foot you start with. Find that steadiness. Even if you're holding on the whole time, you're lengthening up and opening. Hold here. We're here for 30 seconds. If you're feeling really steady, those hands could come off the chair. You could always keep it close by just in case. Keep holding here. We are down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it around. So get that steadiness. Stand up tall, shoulders back. Again, if you have to hold on the whole time, that is fine, but make sure you're not leaning into it. You're trying to work on some of that strength. If you don't need to hold on, totally fine as well. Keep working on lengthening up, opening the chest. We are down to about 5 seconds, just over. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, oh, your favorite, knees, shoulders up, project. Even if your neighbors wonder what the heck you're doing, project. Here we go. Knees, shoulders up, 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 knees, shoulders up. One more. Knees, shoulders up. Whew. Oh my gosh. Okay. Stand on one foot and recover that breath. Again, doesn't matter which foot you started with. I started with standing on my left foot. You can just work on that standing tall, opening the chest, hold on to the chair if needed. We will be getting both sides in. That's why I'm not too worried about it. Keep holding here. Almost there. And switch. Standing on one foot, standing up tall, lengthening up, opening up through this. And hold here. Keep working on core strength, length through this. If it ever feels like you sink down, lengthen back up. You want that standing leg strong. Keep holding here. Almost done. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Good. From here, you can kind of shake it out for a moment, and then we go into toe taps. Again, you could hold on if you need to. So you want to get that weight shifting. You don't want to just barely do it. Get the weight shift, even if that means you're holding on, right? You want to stay safe. If you're able to go a little faster, maybe you're dancing to whatever music you put on. If you didn't put any music on, then you're dancing to my voice. Keep going. And do swing your arms if you're not holding on to anything. If you're not holding on, get the arms to move with you. Get more of that full body movement. We want whole body to loosen up. And then we're going to do heel lift, toe lift. Again, you can hold on here. I sometimes like holding on to get the best movement again. You can get a stretch as you lift those toes up. Heels lift, toes lift. Notice I'm really shifting that weight. When I'm shifting that weight back, when my toes lift, I'm letting my butt go back a little bit, and I'm bending some through the knees and leaning a little forward. You don't want to tip over, right? We're doing this just a few more times. When I'm lifting up, I'm getting a little bend in my knees to help me lift even higher, working on ankle strength and leg strength. And we only have one left. Oh my gosh. Here we go. So you can start with that right side. Keep the leg straight. Look, straight leg. Lifting just a little and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Try to stay strong through this. Just those little lifts. Lift and down. Stay strong through the belly. If you're feeling like this is easy, you can lift and pause and bring it down. And if you're working more on that stability, if your balance is feeling really good, you can lift, hold, pause without holding on. But again, always listen to your body. Switch legs. Here we go. Leg is straight, look, lift and down. So it could be just a small lift, but you do want to engage through the upper glute, outer glute, and you're trying to give some support for that low back. Again, if you're working on stability, you might be lifting the hands off the chair if you're feeling stable already. If you're looking for a little bit more, you pause at the top of it and really get that little squeeze. And you can stop. All right, that was one round of our balancing. If you like playing around with that water bottle or pool noodle, add that in sometimes and see if you can move with it, right? See if you can move with it while keeping it balanced. One hand and the other. If you find one hand is harder to do, then you want to try to do that a little bit more. So keep working on those places that you're struggling. You can always play this that second time through to get more of our complete balance class. And also, if you can, safely add in some walking or even some little dumbbell movements, then please do add those in. I didn't want to assume that everybody had those available, but please keep working, keep walking, keep moving, and I'll see you soon.